welcome back to the kitchen. Today we're gonna make some pizza.
Alright, so I started out trying to follow the recipe on the back of this all-purpose flour bag, and I got about as far as 2 cups of flour. I had watched some other stuff where they just dumped the yeast into the flour and mixed it up and then added all the water and everything, and so that's what I thought I was doing. And when I got ready to read the rest of the ingredients, it was like, don't do that, and I was like, dang. But anyway, hopefully it's gonna be okay. I mixed everything together and just kneaded it for about 5 minutes or so. It's really tough to knead and it's a really dry dough. I think it's gonna be okay. I've never made pizza before like this, so who knows? Hopefully it's gonna turn out. But anyway, so I got that, and then I just oiled the bottom of the bowl that I mixed it up in after I cleaned it, stuck it back in there, and let it sit for about an hour. And it hadn't quite doubled in size, so I went to preheat the oven and let it stay on for like 5 or 6 minutes. Probably got up to about 200 degrees or so. And I cut it off and let it sit in there for another 10 minutes or so, just to kind of help it proof some more. And then here we are. So the dough, something like that, it's right at probably double. I'm gonna cut this in half, and then we're gonna try and make 2 pizzas out of this. Maybe it'll be okay. If not, we've got frozen pizza, so we can do that. Alright, I'm just gonna set this over to the side, and then we're gonna roll this just a little bit, kind of knead it out, okay, and see what we can do with it. Can you help me there? Okay, so I know that this is not how they do it, so I'm using one of these pizza pans, and they also don't, I know that they don't put like oil or anything down. They use some kind of cornmeal, so I've got cornmeal. I think they use not southern cornmeal for sure, but this just kind of keeps the pizza dough from sticking on the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and transfer these to these things before I put the toppings on, and we'll just see what happens. Alright, again, I'm going to reiterate that this is our first attempt. We are using just a jar of pizza sauce and shredded mozzarella, which I know is terrible because they put potato starch on it or whatever, and it keeps it from melting correctly, but we're going with it. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and put some sauce on here, and while she's putting sauce and cheese on, I've got some of these giant pepperonis. I'm just going to roll them up. I've got 3 or 4, and I'm just going to slice them real thin. I don't know, maybe a 1/4 inch or so. Yep. Good job. All mushrooms up too. You don't need any more sauce. You can put some cheese on there. Let me see this. Now you can load it up with cheese, okay?
Right now?
Yep, go ahead.
This is too much cheese there.
No such thing. Alright, we're going to finish topping up this second pizza, and then I've got my oven preheated to 450, and it says to cook it for 12 to 18 minutes, so we'll see what happens. Alright guys, so these have been out of the oven for like, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes or so, and I got super fancy and put some fresh basil on this one, and I'm just going to try and slice them and see what happens. Maybe they didn't stick, we'll see. Again, like I said, if it fails, I've got frozen pizza in the oven, so there's that. But I think other than just this little spot of cheese, I don't think that stuff. So maybe. Yeah, can you see? Pretty decent looking on the bottom, and I'm gonna burn my mouth for y'all. And I'm pretty happy with that for the first time. If you've got any tips and tricks on how to make pizza dough better than this, let me know. Sorry that I'm talking with my mouth open, but I'm fixing to dig into this, so cowabunga, dude.